Hey everyone, welcome back to Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze. We have a special bonus episode today. I'm joined by the one and only Mani, host of The Mix with Mani. Welcome, Mani, and thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you so much for having me. Love it here. Love to talk Bravo. Love to Blaze. So
We're in good company.
I know, right? Like this is like match made in heaven.
I know creators like us usually pick a show and talk about it, but I want to get to
Yeah.
know you more as a creator. So I
Yeah.
wanted to know, can you tell me how you started as a creator and what prompted you to start?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember the year because ADHD and me don't remember dates at all. But
That's
I
okay.
remember it was Lucy Lucy Apple Juicy. That was the year, somewhere around then that I felt like Kyle was there was a level of insufferability that I was getting from watching the show that I just couldn't just hold and
Yeah.
contain in myself anymore.
Hmm.
And then I needed like a void to shout into.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know what to do or like what that would even look like. I started Googling or like looking up, Bravo podcasts, Black Bravo podcasts, anything, and was really surprised to see at the time. This was probably what is I've been doing it 6 years. This is probably there was like maybe like 90% men
Mhm.
talking about Bravo, like in the
Mhm.
TV and film space. It was so crazy to me. Like no
Yeah.
shade to them. They were all wonderful. Was connected and worked with so many of them. And,
Hmm.
shout out to them. Some who are not even doing it anymore. But it was just like I was really shocked at how few women were talking about shows that women watched with women
Yeah.
ensemble casts. So that was
Yeah.
like really interesting. But I'm into so many different things, and in fact, is I don't just watch Bravo, I watch so many different kinds of TV shows, and
Hmm.
I like to say I'm in all kinds of gutters. I'm in gutters in every neighborhood. I want to be in all the TV streets. So long story short, when Lala from Vanderpump Rules got into Foftygate, I am someone who watches Power. Like I used to watch it religiously at the time. It was super,
Yes.
super big.
Oh, I love
I
Power.
know I loved Power. It was like something that my family and my friends we would watch. Like I had a special relationship to the kind of rush of Lala Kent revealing, that her boyfriend Rand was going to like outing or having beef with 50 Cent on Watch What Happens Live, and then the very next day on the Shade Room, 50 Cent posting Lala admitting that she got a Range Rover on the second date because she slept with Rand and like gave him a BJ and a PJ or something like that. And he was like, and this is who? And then it just unleashed. And then all of a sudden, people were not I saw that like both sides, quote unquote, weren't reporting it well, like weren't reporting the
Hmm.
whole context of the
Hmm.
relationship, like who Randall was,
Hmm.
who 50 Cent was, how big this show was, why Lala should shut the fuck up. All these things. And so I was like, I don't know, I gotta do it. I gotta say something. And I thankfully had been like I had gone on the Real Moms of Bravo when they had like first started their podcast. They were like maybe 6 months to a year. And I feel like Vanessa was on or Abby was on maternity leave from like their first baby. So it was like really a long time ago. I went on there, got my like toes wet, and it
Yeah.
was like I get to talk to people. There's a whole world out there. The girlies are
Yeah.
out there.
Yes.
They want to talk about Bravo, and that felt super special and fun. And so I recorded like in my bathroom for like a solid 45 minutes on a whim, a full rant about Lucy
Yep.
Lucy Apple Juicy, just like all my voice memos, right?
Uh-huh.
And then heard an ad about Anchor, probably on their show, like everybody else
Yeah.
did back in the day. And that was it. Uploaded it and like I remember just posting it to like my normal personal page, knowing that no one watched it and no one would give a fuck. They wouldn't want to do it. But I was like, if just one more Bravo person found it, I really didn't expect. I started making memes and stuff to promote the episodes, and I didn't expect it to kind of take off so quickly.
Mhm.
But that was just a show of like the Bravo community that's out there. Like the girlies
Yeah.
are watching the things, and now it's like branched out. We realize we have so many shows and communities
Yes.
in common and entertainment. And so, yeah, now I just like to mix it up across genres and TV shows because sometimes Bravo can be insufferable, but like we love it. So we always come
Yeah.
back. So, I'll keep it all in the mix. So, yeah,
Oh my God, I
it's
love
been a
that.
time.
No, that's amazing because I that's I feel like there's so many different types of creators in this community, and I always want to know like what is the intention behind people starting their creator journey? For me, a lot of it is very similar to what you're saying, but also I'm like very nosy and very curious. So I'm like,
Love it.
I
Get
just
into it.
needed, yeah, I just needed to do it. So I love hearing that. And that actually like makes me feel like kind of normal now.
No, seriously. And, I would say like when I remember it's so crazy because this is so organic. This was like pre AI, pre
Yep.
like sponsored posts. Even I remember walking down the street when I was in college. I was in college when I started this, and I was battling like really 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 bad depression and mental health things, and this kind of gave me like a really big outlet. I was in a long distance relationship with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, and it was like really hard to have something that I cared so much about. Like, you spent a lot of time watching Bravo. This was like at the peak, right? You're talking
Hmm.
like good Southern Charm seasons. Like,
Yeah.
I was even watching like, New Orleans or Savannah was coming out, like the old below decks. Like, I was in it. Like, we were in all of it. Nothing was boring. Nothing was played out yet. It was still super good. And so not having anyone to really talk to about it, in order, a way to create. And I would use the, regular old, the freest of meme apps and
Hmm.
the most recent gifts of the most popular gifts of all
Hmm.
the famous housewives, and coming up with quirky, funny captions. I'm a shady queen, and I love that about me. And so she put that out there, she being me. And I remember walking down the street in my like in DC, being like, 1,300 followers. Do you see me, bitch? I am that bitch. This man who just basically tried to run me over while I'm walking liberally on my go sign down the street. He don't even know. He almost hit an Instagram celebrity. I'm famous. I'm the mean queen. You don't even know. 1,300 people want to hear what I have to say about Bravo. So this is coming from like a girl who can't get anyone to give a shit. In any neighborhood, any community, nobody cares about it in my world. And they're like, I just don't understand. You're so smart. And I'm like, what do you mean? The smartest people watch Bravo. Have you never seen Roxanne Gay talk about the Housewives of Potomac? I
Yeah.
have
There's
plenty of times.
yeah, I think there's a stereotype
There
around
is.
reality
In
TV.
fact, I think that it's the smartest people sometimes. I mean, honestly, because our brains, I'm a teacher. My brain is on all the time. I am overstimulated constantly. Like, and I love it. I love what I do. It is like the best worst. It's the best worst feeling of my life. I have the best time feeling the worst. It's lovely. I don't go to the bathroom. I don't do anything else. I just take care of the children and make sure that they are safe and well. And when you come home after all the researching and the talking and the masking and the everything, you're just like, I want to not give a shit about what's going on in my world. Like, I don't want to care about the cubicle mess and what's the data reports they got delete. I don't want to think about that.
Mhm.
You want to think about Tamra Judge yet again storming out of like trip number 5. I
You'll
don't
never
know.
see my face
You'll
again.
never see again. I texted Kendrick Tucker. Shout out to Ken from with Kendrick Tucker. I cannot the podcast. I was like, um, so how many times I'm going to see Tamara say I'm never going to see her face again
Ugh,
before
I
I
know.
don't see it again?
I know.
Because what? Like, I heard that this season was insufferable when I had to start catching up, but my
Oh,
God,
you're caught up?
oh, I am caught up, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best time of my
Oh
life,
my
but
God,
I
I
still
hate
yet,
it.
yeah, I can see why y'all are suffering because every week you
I
sit
hate
down
it.
like, child, let me put on the oranges again.
So I want to know, I have a question for you based on I mean, you started before I would say a lot of the social media chatter started seeping into the reality shows.
Oh, we were still
Now,
talking blogs. Yeah.
right?
They
Yeah.
were
And
still talking
so
about like Bravo blogs.
yeah, and we didn't really have like we had a lot of social media activity going on in the community, but there was nothing to this extreme where we're at present day, in my opinion. And I wanted to
Hmm.
know your thoughts on, and I love Kiki Monique, so like I'm compromised
Me too.
in
Yeah, no, I
like I
understand. You
can't
can
watch
ask away
it.
at. She's great.
Yeah, I can't watch OC as like a completely unbiased person because I love Kiki and but at the same time, like I'm navigating this creator world and where do we stand? Have you
Hmm.
ever had a Bravo Leb reach out to you? Do you have your own set of rules of this is how far I'm gonna go? Or is there
Uh,
no limit right now?
yeah. Oh yeah, no. I early days, I so what's so interesting is that my lowest ranking episodes, highest, most critical episodes of my podcast, both are my interviews with housewives from two different franchises. I found that so interesting.
Hmm.
One, the ridicule and the pushback, even though I thought the interview was actually really good, it was just they hate the person
Yeah.
so much, I guess, that they
Yeah.
could give a shit how
Yeah.
well they answered or how good my questions were. They
Uh-huh.
didn't care about the responses.
Right.
But it was so good. I ended up taking a social media break in like 2021 or 2022, like for like months. Like it was a
Hmm.
while. And it sparked this whole thing. I vowed then I would never have housewives on my show again, even though I love them. I took the bitch sesh like code of like of honor from back in the day where like I just like you can't meet your heroes. You can't I couldn't mix business with pleasure because I guess what I learned is that the people who were listening to me came for the intense amount of eloquent shade, I like to call it. It's very polite. It's very like it's in your face, like it's an educated read because that is fundamental. I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but they want, or, but I like to speak facts and, be shady and ask, the important questions that no one else is. And I guess that people feel like you can't do that all the time
Yeah.
when you are doing that with the girlies that we are talking about. And I think
Hmm.
that's a really interesting situation because that was me then when that was something that you could maybe do or not do. Like that was
Hmm.
like a rule that at the time Big Sesh and other podcasts, what have it, was like revolutionary if you were a person who interviewed reality stars or Bravo stars, or you were someone who just was a commentator or a
Hmm.
recapper. That was
Hmm.
like a nice, divide. And it was like, to each their own. And now it's like you almost can't be a content creator or a podcaster without mixing
Yeah.
and murking those waters. So like with that, it's with so much respect. I mean, I've had Kiki Monique on my show a couple of times, and she's wonderful.
Hmm.
Shout out to the Talk of Shame. It's amazing to see,
Yeah, I love her.
the amount of success that she's had and
Hmm.
how great it is. It's not her fault that these ladies got nothing else to talk about.
I know
That's
it's
not her
actually
fault.
I find that
In
it's
fact,
like
that's good for
embarrassing
her. Like
for the housewives.
exactly. It's bad for Tamra and the girls. It's
Yeah.
not it's upsetting because I was watching the New Orleans episode and it was like, I mean, it's more so weird that Tamra, of all these seasons, Tamra, you've been doing this since day three, I'll call it, right? Like since day three, 15 plus years you've been in this
Hmm.
game, right? And you're talking about someone who doesn't want to be named, a random person, DM'd you, like we all get, and said, like, you told Kiki Monique, blah, 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 blah. Like, so I'm sorry, wait, we're gonna start and wage an entire new war and lie or, argument with Gretchen. Instead of making amends with this girl, we're gonna try to poke holes in her friendship or whatever and base it off of a content creator. Really? Like, really? Like, that just it seems so like, girl, you once boss laked us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you once really got in the paint and got into the dirt and didn't need, so no offense, but us. Like, we're just people who are really good at watching and remembering. That's what I say. Like, Bravo
Yeah.
podcasters and content creators, we all have one special thing in common that our biggest talent is, how great our memory of historians are for the entertainment that like excites us all, right? But like it essentially could be anybody. So, and that's, not about hard work or anything, but it essentially really could be any of
Yeah.
us that got to be in this position. And Kiki
Yeah.
Monique is not the first. Bryce Sanders has been named on, shows before.
Hmm.
Deviante's been named on shows before, blamed for things. I just think it looks like poor, like, storyline
Like they
planning.
don't
It looks
have
like you have nothing
they're
going
boring. Yeah,
on.
because they're boring, right?
Yeah,
And
it's not her fault.
I want to get your thoughts on Tamra as a housewife because
Oh,
for
I'm so
me,
sorry.
what's
I
that?
have to answer your specific question
Okay,
of
go ahead.
has it ever happened to me?
Oh yeah.
Yes, in Jersey, there was some when during the Marge versus Teresa era, I will say.
Oh God.
Um,
I quit Jersey
housewives.
because of how
Okay.
toxic it was.
Listen, they let me just say when I think it came up on one of those seasons, maybe 3 or 4 ago, of like you reached out to bloggers about whatever the rumor
Oh
was at
God.
that time, which I can barely remember. And I remember talking about it on my show, like that is factual. They were trying to get the information out there. And I think it was Mars. It was like that never happens. I never told anybody. I never
Yeah.
did. Oh, it was the Jackie and the husband. It was the Jackie with the husband thing. And I was like, this feels messy. And I didn't want to cross those lines. But
Hmm.
some people did. And that's how I knew that it was going out
Yeah.
to everyone because a few of us had the information, but
Yeah.
only a few people
Hmm.
you knew who talked about it. And you're like, oh, that sounded familiar. I just chose
Yes.
not to speak about that. So
Same with
that was that.
OC this season. The first thing they talked about was they I think they showed the Bravo Babes content, but they
Mm,
blurred out her name. And I did hear this is secondhand information, so I don't know if it's factual, but I did hear that she signed something with Bravo to like give them the rights to show her content. But then
hmm.
why would they do that and then like blur out her name? I thought that was weird.
That is
Then
strange.
then they also they'll show other creators and not blur out their name. Like I find that to be bizarre.
I
And
do find that bizarre.
did you ever receive that information about Tamra being on Zoom info as a leader of Reality Blurb? Because I got that when that first came out. I
Yeah, that was,
remember.
yeah. Oh, I've gotten info on Tamra. Reality blurb. I think I got the Zoom info. I think I got years ago. Not a tax. It was like a some kind of other like administrative document, but it looked a little bit more fish. Maybe it was like the LLC paperwork or something. Like it was
Wait,
something that I was like, oh,
that
uh-huh.
corroborates this?
Yes, for the reality blurb thing, because this story this was peddled prior to this season that I was given some information on. The only problem is that I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
Tamra, and that's where the problem was.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
couldn't
post it or
help
anything.
circulate the information then because one, I've been blocked by Tamra since like 2019 because we just fundamentally disagree on how to live life, and that's in every possible way. And I think most of her family is insufferable, and the ones that aren't think she's insufferable. And I'm on their side. I think she makes poor choices, and just it's wild that we just keep being like, man, OC's so boring. Let's bring Tamara back to make some poor choices. And so she's blocked me for so long that I don't report enough about her because it's just I've gotten shadow banned also twice because of I think Vicky and Tamara. Just OC in general, that whole world is
It's
like
too
I
much.
tend to watch and not interact. I like leave the animals in the
Yeah.
cage. I'm not engaging
Yeah.
with those monkeys.
Same. And I blame a lot of that on Alex Baskin, but that's
Mm,
like a whole,
mm.
I'm like Alex Baskin's number one hater, but
Eh,
that's a different story. Back to Tamra, I wanted to know your thoughts because for me, I see Tamra like she was a good housewife back in the day when she
That's
was
very
the
true.
OG. Like before
It's
she had that
undeniable.
break, I thought she was a really good housewife. But then she started her own podcast. So now she's a creator. Okay. As soon as
Mm-hmm.
you start your own
Mm-hmm.
podcast and you're covering these other shows, you're a creator. So for her to come back after this break and then become a housewife again, it feels like she's going backwards and
It,
it doesn't make sense.
oh,
Like she's evolved too
yeah.
far to be able to have that housewife role
It
anymore.
felt too messy in the beginning for her to come back. It felt weird. I actually liked that she took a break. And I actually thought that the pivot to podcasting was actually really good for her and good for Teddy. Famously, I want to make this clear. I have to say this on every podcast I go about because I can support and think that Teddy Mellencamp is absolutely gorgeous and a
Mhm.
beautiful person. And I can love her and have never wanted her to be a housewife again at the
Yeah.
same time. I was very adamant. People are like really weird about that. Like I can't be
Really?
supportive or excited, or people can't brew Teddy on and be like, I think they're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're so strong. Didn't you just say you didn't want her to be? I remember you saying, yes, I don't want I didn't want her to be a housewife. I thought she
Yeah,
was not
that's
interesting. honestly the most
They're
interesting thing
mutually
about her.
exclusive, though.
Exactly. Like
I don't see them
one has
a,
nothing to do with the other. I think she's a beautiful person, and anybody who's going
yeah,
through all the things that she's going through is someone who deserves, all the love and support and strength that she can get and friendship. I don't even fault, her for leaning on Kyle. Do I think that Kyle and Tamara are the kinds of friends that I wouldn't want to have if I was going through the same thing? Yes.
really?
But I don't think I would want to have them as my friends if I was going through the same thing. I don't.
Yeah.
At least definitely not Tamara. Something about the way Tamra moves and navigates, especially even through this Teddy situation, is like very interesting to me. I don't doubt how real her feelings are.
Hmm.
It is just who said it? Maybe Heather, Gina. She is very much so an opportunistic person, and like whenever she can validate her crash outs in any capacity, like with any amount of fact or truth or reasoning,
Hmm.
it's like you can't argue with her now. In
Yeah.
which case, and she gets even more adamant, and then it just is like a big eye roll. But Tamara is she's what's both wrong with OC and what is the unfortunately one of the like most important parts of OC. And I think that's why I've been saying since season 11, take it out back and pop it and ass. Like take it out back and shoot it. It has needed to go for some time. And I don't know how many years we need to suffer through and say, I just don't know what OC needs. We done brought Vicky back, we brought Tamara back, we've cycled them out once or three times. Like,
They
what do
lost
we
me with
do?
Emily and Gina, honestly. That for me, that's when
Hello.
I checked out. I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. Who are these
Everything is weird.
imposters on my screen? Because they
Gina
sure aren't housewives.
Gina and all these babies' parents is so bananas. I'm just like, what are we doing here? All these grown
No,
adults, still everybody's house is too small for you to be on the housewives. I don't understand it. I don't understand
no,
it.
it's
I
not just that.
don't.
It's the glam too. The glam is just rude. It's
It's not
offensive.
good. It's just like it's giving Real Housewives of the trailer parks, but we're behind the gates. Isn't that the whole point? Or none of us
I
living out
know.
there anymore. Maybe none of us are behind the gates anymore. Maybe that's the problem.
No,
Even
but
Heather
like,
Dubrow can't class this up.
can you imagine being like Dr. Nicole Martin and like having to stand next to
Love her.
Gina Kirschenheiter
No.
and being like, this is not the same.
Matt James, DUI, Ubers, PTA events, DUI. She was leaving wasn't it a PTA event
I
that she
don't
was
know.
leaving? It was like a mom's wine night or something like that. And she left, and that's how she got the DUI. I do hope that I'm glad that Matt is okay.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, Jen, because I don't care when it's
Yeah.
like whenever they're doing personal things. This is how I felt about Jersey, and we put that on pause. I don't
Mhm.
understand why we can't put OC on the same
Oh,
kind of pause
I'm
because
here for that.
this is insufferable. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
Kiki's fault that
No,
she is the topic in the center of all these girly
it's
pop swirls.
embarrassing for
It is
housewives.
embarrassing. Tamara, you are not new to this. I'm disappointed. I'm
Yeah,
actually disappointed. And y'all are arguing about the lie detectors. Listen, when Beverly Hills did it, when Vanderpump Rules did it, it's never been cute. Lie detectors are not even admissible in court. Why am I spending two episodes post talking solely about lie detector results?
and
This
Emily's a
makes no
lawyer.
sense.
Emily's a
And Emily
lawyer.
is a lawyer. It's like we could have gotten a lie detector app on my phone and just put they have those.
They do?
I gave it to a boyfriend when I was in high school
They
back
could
in
have
the
used like
day.
a magic 8 ball.
Like, no, seriously, they would like, what is it? It was like a lie detector. It was like a heart rate thing. And you turn the flashlight on your phone and you put the
Stop.
index finger over it. And I definitely insecure, faking to be straight self of mine was like, boyfriend, put your finger over this phone and it's going to tell me if you're lying or not based on the pulse, because it can
No
see your
way.
pulse and your heart rate and your finger over this hot lamp on the phone. And this is like the iPhone
Stop.
3GS. So nothing could be less true. Like nothing could be
Preach.
less factual than what I'm saying. But girl, I stuck by it. But that was just the same. I just
Oh
didn't
my
have
God,
I
that's so
couldn't afford
funny.
a man in a mustache to read the results. But it's the same thing. This is ridiculous. Why are we spending so much time
I think they should
on
use
this?
a magic 8 ball next time. It's so
Honestly.
nuts. Okay, so enough about OC because I really hate OC right now.
It's not fun, but it's
It's
fun
not
talking
fun.
about them.
But well, actually, I do want to talk about Salt Lake City a little bit. But before that, I have a question. If any of the housewives, current housewives on shows that are currently airing, if they DM you, what is
Mhm.
your next move? Ignore, respond, or depends?
Depends on the franchise.
What if it's
It depends
like
on the
Miami?
franchise. If it's Miami, I'm reading it.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
reading it. I'm reading it. It's gonna say scene. There's an 85% chance that I'm going to engage with it because whatever content I do make from it, I'm sure would be a gag because people love Miami and
Love
I can
Miami.
respect that. As long as it wasn't against like one of the girlies that, I love, like, and respect,
Hmm.
or who aren't on the show anymore. But like, for instance, if it's Potomac, it's whatever. I'll do whatever for those girls. All of them.
Do you talk
What
to
dirty
anyone
work
from
you want,
Potomac?
girl? Yes, sometimes, some things, some people. Let me just say, first of all, I'm definitely a Team Wendy girly because, oh, like, we heart Happy Eddie in this house. My dispensary that I
Yay.
work at, sells it, and I love him and I love her, and they're a gorgeous couple, so I love them. And yeah, I've crossed paths in circles with a few of, no, one of the ladies, because they're all out of my age bracket, and then a few of the daughters of some of the ladies,
Oh yeah?
because they're a little bit younger than me. Yeah, I'm in the DMV, so the independent school world here is very small, and
Oh.
even though there are what seems like a lot of schools, there are also like not a lot of schools. And so like where you go is like a thing. So if you tend to know all the same people and all the same things, it's a very small world and community, kind of like Jersey. It looks very similar. So I would do anything for those ladies because I love them. It would depend on who it was. Like my loyalties vary on the
Hmm.
human being.
Hmm.
But if it's like a West Coast one, no, it's nothing. If it's Salt Lake City, and it's someone who owns a liquor company, yes, I will engage. Shout out to Angie's new venture. I have tried Vita Tequila. I'd love to try yours. I'm just saying.
I
You
love
miss
Salt Lake City.
100%. And still, I'm so excited for those girlies to get back here. Like, oh, what is it, like 6, 9 days? I forget what it said, but we're
Six
like less
days,
than
I
2 weeks
think.
away. We're
Yeah,
less than a
it's
week
next,
away, y'all.
yeah, next week, next Tuesday.
Woo!
What are your thoughts about this upcoming season?
Um, I love that I don't know who I'm going to love or root for every season. My relationship with all these women are so complex and I love it. Like I love
It
how
is.
flawed they all are. And then I love them even more. It's like you can never make me hate you, Lisa Barlow, ever.
I
I
know.
love you. I love her. I love her middle
DJ
parts.
Meredith Marks.
Okay, I love Meredith.
Oh,
I love
love her.
Mary. I love them. They're
Yeah,
delusional as fuck.
I love
All
them.
three of those ladies, and I adore them. They are not what Mary's not all with us, but also like it's because she's in the future. She's in the future. She's gotta be. She's just like on a different realm, and I love that. As
I
a
love
high
Mary's
bitch, when
world.
I watch it, I like where Mary is. I'm just saying. I think she's great, and I also like. I really like the way she like brought. I loved last season, so I really feel high hopes for this season.
Hmm.
I feel like this is a really good arc. Same thing happened with Potomac. They hit that season 5, season 6 mark, and woo, magic started happening. Right.
Same
I
with
think that we're,
Vanderpump. Season
yep, same with
6 is
Vanderpump,
like,
girl. It's right. It's that sweet spot, and I
it
think
is.
that's where Salt Lake City is landing. I am kind of excited for Bronwyn to have a not great second season because I saw it coming in the reunion. I was a person that liked Bronwyn the entire season until that reunion, and I said, "Oh, this is the performance that I don't." I don't necessarily. I think we got a lot. We need to call the man with the mustache from Orange County on over to Utah, because if y'all want to lie to text somebody, sit her down, okay?
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of the things there I wanted to revisit, but I also really like her and I like her risk-taking fashions. So I'm all in. Like I love Salt Lake City. I'm even an Angie K uh, reasonable person now. But I think that it's a good show, and I think that if I hope there's not too much. I hope there's no. none of us that show up, no content creator blaming. I think we got our big fair share of that with the Monica year, but also that's the best that you could do. Now, what OC and stuff is doing, if they had done this before Salt Lake City did that,
Mhm.
maybe we wouldn't feel the same way. But now that Salt Lake City is like, I see your I talked to a blogger and raised you. A blogger scammed and finessed all of us and catfished us onto the show. That was a much bigger scandal. Like, that's allowed.
That
Go ahead
was
and
wild.
involve all bloggers that you know. If there's going to be an expose, like, that's different. We're not having that experience, so I hope that we don't go backwards. I knew early on, like, my mental health was not strong or powerful enough because I started this when I was definitely younger, and I've grown a lot into it. It was a free for all. I also had a very young, fun, naive response of I'm going to respond to everyone
That's
because
how I
that's
used to
what's going
be.
to build community.
Yeah, that's
And
how I
I
used to
was
be.
like, oh, girl, I leave everybody in request now if I don't already know you, which is crazy because I still have hundreds and hundreds of DMs that have to filter through and get through every day. But I still leave those requests sometimes in there because if you're not one of the 3 or 4 thousand that I've already let into this hellhole, I'm nervous because they can
Yeah.
get really intense, and I that's one of the reasons why I don't love engaging with housewives. Like, I chose to no longer be the person to want to like break news or
Oh yeah, I hate
information that
that.
I got. I'm never going to be that
Yeah,
girl again. I
I
once
hate
even
that.
got into it with NBC and Universal because I put
What?
out that Wendy was going to be a housewife before she it was
Oh.
announced, because I had posted her confessional photo shoot day, like,
Oh.
or her title screen day, like when she first was joining. Her title screen photo shoot got leaked and got sent to me because I'm here in the
Mhm.
DMV, and I was like, oh my god, new housewife, and it was gonna do a set for the vet. Here's her in front of a green screen. And NBC was like, that's our property, and I was like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight. 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 I love you, and I
Oh,
didn't fight.
snap.
We made up. We're all good. Shout out to Donnie and all of them. The love to everybody over there. I will never do anything like that again. I was young and I was just like, there was nothing about an algorithm. Like, there was no info on
Interesting.
how to get big on Instagram at the time and make the memes, especially if you weren't showing your face. It was a big
Mhm.
time for people who showed their face, but I was somebody who did not do that. People weren't making reels yet. There was no TikTok like that yet. COVID was barely a thing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was like stuck in their houses and becoming like big off of YouTubes and sitting
Yeah.
around just talking into a mic yet. So I was like just behind the thing. So it was easy to for us to just like just say whatever and put the
Mhm.
stuff out there and
Mhm.
be on our Dumois shit. But then I realized I'm not capable. I'm not handy like that, like Demois and them, for the backlash, for the girls to be like,
Yeah.
you're lying and you're a terrible,
Yeah.
stupid person, and I'm gonna dox you, your kids, and
Yeah.
everybody. I
That's what they
know,
did to me. Do you think, I don't know, I think that Bravo or the production companies should have some type of like guidelines on how to act on social media, like what they should and
I
shouldn't do.
do. I think they should have a media literacy course or training or something. Like, if Love Island's gonna have a therapist on set before the girlies leave and give them their phones back and let them know how social media is handling their existence on
Yeah.
TV, I think that, and that's for the young girl. We definitely need that for Housewives.
Yeah.
Like, they should be prepared or given a crash course at least, and then have like a refresher course orientation before they film every season.
I
Like, please
agree.
remember all the things you say and do on this show or in the media or at your after shows, though they are your contractual obligation, and you are supposed to and encouraged to be open about your lives. The things live on, and they will. We will. Any bombshell you drop will be, I could like tell you about 6 different backgrounds that you can guarantee that you would see on all the major pages, yours included, that would break the news immediately. So please be aware, the things you say will be out there for all eternity because you're doing it on TV for entertainment, and we are entertained, and we're now also doing it for entertainment.
Yeah.
You have. you decided to show up and do this. So like just know what's gonna be. So don't
Yeah.
crash out on the people
Yes.
that want to engage with your show. If anything, they should like learn from WWE, like past
Oh my God.
wrestlers.
Yes. I say that
I
all the
think I'm
time.
such a big Total Divas fan. Like
Oh, I
RIP, but
love
one of the
that
best
show.
shows.
Oh, I
Love the Bellas.
know.
Shout out to Nikki Bella. Love that she's gone back to the ring. Go girl,
I
yes,
can't believe
bitch.
she's
Because
gone
she's
back.
older and she's gone back, but she's like better than ever.
Is
Bad
she?
baby, go off since. But
Oh, wow.
for all the things, good for her. Okay, but I will say that like they showed us that it's always okay to be a villain. Know what you're casted for. Know that the storyline, the fans being energized, meaning they feel just as like invested in what
Invested.
goes on with you as
Yeah.
they do what goes on with the hero. And so like they would encourage the girls to like lean
Hmm.
into if they were casted as the villain because the
Yeah.
execs would be like, hey, you're gonna get red hair and you're the new devil of the show. Got it? You're gonna steal this girl's man and they're gonna hate you and they're gonna boo you, but you're also gonna have a fully booked line every
Yeah.
day. What do
Hmm.
you want to do? Like,
Yeah.
so go off. Let's have a come to Jesus circle. We'll support each other. It's a sisterhood. Like we all are. It's a unique experience that only we all understand. That's what they usually always say. Have that like kumbaya moment. Go off. Do your things. Let us talk about it and let
Yeah.
it roll off. Like restrict the
Yes.
accounts. I think they should restrict the accounts. I
Yeah.
really do. I think they should restrict like all
Social
like
media.
Bravo accounts. They can well no, I think that they should like use the restrict like
Oh,
feature on
restrict us.
Instagram and stuff. Yeah, that they
Oh
can like
gosh.
follow and engage, but like
Be so
while
hard.
filming, they should restrict. In fact, they should also fight the urge to DM us. If we are
Yes.
restricted, that will happen.
They should be
So they should just
fined.
fight it. Let me
Doesn't
don't Lisa
WWE,
Rinna.
don't they get fined if they don't follow the rules on WWE? Because
Yes, and
they
they don't make
treat them
enough
like
money.
athletes. Yeah, they
They don't
treat
even
them
make
like
enough money for
athletes.
that to be the case. Exactly. And they should. At
And
least Serena should have gotten in trouble a long time ago for
yes,
being all up on the social media. We've been saying
yes,
since then there needs to be rules and regulations
yeah,
about the housewives on social media. It
yes.
ruins seasons.
I
It really
agree.
does. This is no different to me than the Lucy Lucy Apple Juicy and whatever year that Lisa Rinna went back and forth with that media producer person on
Oh,
Instagram stories and what's his name? Owen? I don't remember
I forgot.
some man, and I was like, this is so stupid. Like it was so dumb. Please stop engaging and making social media and how one person, one content meme account perceives you, making that your whole personality for 9 weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
Please
it's
stop.
crazy.
It's really weird. That's not why we're here, and that's not
It's
entertaining.
weird.
You're
It's
just like, you're
weird.
just doing your thing. You're just like a mom who's doing stuff, hanging out, watching shows, and making fun content about it. Please calm down. Jesus.
Well, we're running out of time and I don't want to hold you up any longer. Is there anything else we should talk about or anything you want to get off your chest?
I don't know who out there is a Mormon Wives fan on Hulu, but
I
shout out to
am
the new Bachelorette. I am too.
wild.
Taylor Frankie Paul being the new Bachelorette is mind blowing. It's not a good idea and it won't
It's
end in love,
weird.
but it will be the highest rated season they've
I
had
think I
in a
might watch.
decade.
Yeah, I
Of
never
course you
watch.
are.
I never watch.
Exactly.
Yeah, I might
That's all
watch.
I've seen all day. I'm unfortunately the poor insufferable soul who has not gotten off the ride. I've literally watched all the seasons like Grey's Anatomy. It's like
No.
really wild. I've never
And
gotten off the
Grace?
ride.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
girl.
My
I'm
daughter's on
in.
season 12.
Oh my God, tell her this is a great place to stop.
That's what she's like, should I stop? This isn't that great
Once
anymore.
I mean, I hope she's not listening to this, but like once
No,
he
she won't.
dies, it's a wrap. You're fine. Like you're good. You don't need to watch anything else. It goes downhill after that.
Thank you so much, Monty, for being with me today and joining
Thank you
us
for
for this
having me.
conversation. I know it's been a lot and we've been all over the place, but I feel
No,
like
it's so
it was
fun.
good. It was good. We had to get all that out.
Yeah. We had to get it all out, man. And listen, I'm happy for the reality TV watchers of the moment. We're having a really nice time right now. The content is good, both on and off Bravo. But
Mhm.
if you are watching anything off Bravo, you're probably having a really good time, I will say.
What's your top recommendation off Bravo?
Oh my goodness. So, Love Island just ended. It was not a great season, but it was worth
Hated it.
watching just for the reunion because Andy did a great job hosting it, in my opinion.
I didn't watch it.
And
Should I go back?
the reunion was good. It didn't give me a lot, but it gave me enough that I could make content with, and I had a nice time roasting those girls. And I like seeing Andy bring a Bravo question like type to like a
Mm.
Vanderpump Rules reunion type question style to these kids that did not know that that's what they signed up for. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Listen, I of course watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Love that show. I did just start Love Thy Nader.
Oh, me
Yes, I
too.
did.
I
I
binge the whole
am.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm in there. So I'm
Yeah.
having a really good time. Hulu has gotten my attention. I see what they're trying to do there with, Secret Lives and Bachelorette,
Hmm.
and Alex Cooper's show is going to be on there. And Love That. They got the reality thing
They're
going on
doing
right
a
now.
movement. They have a
Yeah,
reality
they're doing
movement
a
going on.
movement. I like them, and I like Netflix's reality shows. Not so much always the love ones, but I will watch those as well. So, like, yeah, I'm having a really nice time. And then I stay in a true crime doc. That's
I was
where I
gonna say
live.
unknown number.
Girl, what? Crazy. Watched it twice.
I had to watch it twice. I think I have
Have
to go
to.
back.
You have to. You have to because once you watch it again and start seeing the text messages and what was sent in the beginning, and you know who it
Hmm.
is, you really pause and be like, is this is she okay?
She said
Like,
those things.
this is not okay. Like, once you know who it is, because the first time I saw it, mouth on the ground, but that was because we were just like on this roller coaster, this journey. Who could be doing this? 22 months. Oh my God. And then you're like, you watch it again, and your mouth is agape from the very first 3 minutes. You're like, I cannot
She's
believe that this is, oh my God, it's fantastic. I love a true crime doc. I'm obsessed, obsessed, obsessed
it
with
was
true
good.
crime.
Me
I
too.
watch, and I love Netflix's documentaries on almost anything. I think they do a really great job, for better
Yeah,
or worse. So
they
I
do.
loved that one. I've been in all of those recently. And the train wrecks. Tell
Oh,
everybody, watch the train wrecks, all of them.
obsessed.
Watch all
Obsessed.
of them.
I'm
All of
obsessed.
them. They're so good. At
It's
this point,
so
it's like
good.
when it says train wreck coming soon, girl, remind me. I'm
Yeah,
hitting it.
same. I don't even
I'm
care
hitting the
what it's
button.
about.
I don't care. Balloon Boy, Mayor of Mayhem, Poop Cruise. Oh my God.
Gross. I'm
Screw
scarred.
everybody. The fact that they told me that, like, apparently a ticket on a cruise is not a guaranteed contract of safe arrival to your destination.
They said that on
That was
Trainwreck?
yes,
I
that was
didn't hear that
girl
part.
at the end. That's why they couldn't sue. I said, now listen,
Oh
the
my
crime.
God.
That's the crime right there.
That is the
Okay.
crime.
The Travis Scott one, all the train wrecks.
The Travis Scott one was, oh my
All
God, that scarred
good.
me.
All the train wrecks are fantastic.
They
I
are
love
good.
those. I love everything from a scam to a murder. Like, I'm in a documentary. Probably, if I can have the mental bandwidth, I would do it daily, but it's at least weekendly.
Yeah, no, I have to watch Dateline on Fridays. Like,
Oh my
I need
God.
that
Like,
fix.
and if I'm not watching them, I'm listening to so many true crime podcasts you would not even believe. Because there's only so much of this information I can take all the
Yeah,
time.
I know.
But I like to give it a balance. Like, I
Yeah.
listen to All of Us after I listen to a shit ton of scandals, betrayals, scams, and murders.
I love a scam. Did you see Love Con Revenge?
I did. Excellent.
Oh my God, I love it's like cheaters, but with con artists. I
Oh my
love it.
God. Worst ex ever.
What's that?
Worst ex ever. That
Oh, I didn't watch
series.
that one yet. I
Oh
did.
my
I need to
God.
watch it. I heard it's really
Oh
bad.
my. Let me just say, there is one, I can't tell you which episode because it's so good. All of them are so good, but there is one where he hate her so bad, he sent her to jail he framed her for a crime she did not commit. And sis
No.
spent a lot of time, years in jail
Oh,
because her
hell no.
I, I haven't had my mouth open like that. Listen,
Jail?
jail.
Jail?
I can't do jail. I am Terry Huger. I am not. Look, I cannot
Oh
do
my
it.
God.
I am so glad my sister's free after 6 months. We're talking years this lady spent in jail because of this jealous, terrible, manipulative, con
Holy shit.
artisty like man. It was giving he could have swindled Teresa Judice into marrying him in 2 months, and here we are. Jail. I will never. I can't do it. I love
Jail?
Orange is the New Black, but it will never be me. I cannot do it.
That makes me want to never date anyone ever again.
No, but it was an amazing series.
All
So
right,
highly
I'll have to look.
recommend.
Yeah.
It's
I
short, like
trust
four
your
episodes.
I
It's so
trust
good.
your taste.
Get in
I'll
there,
check it out.
y'all.
All right. Well, thank you
Sorry,
again,
y'all. Thank you for
Mani.
having me.
Please, before we go, please tell everyone the best place to find you.
Yeah, you can listen to me anywhere you are listening to Jenny. I am everywhere on podcast things at the Mix with Monty, and on Instagram and Threads at Mixing with Monty, MixingWithMani.
Yay. Thank you so much. And thanks
Thanks.
for listening, everyone. Until next time, stay lit.